What's up, guys? Before the video starts, I'd like to thank all of my current Patreon supporters. You've been keeping me motivated to do YouTube and keep my WEBTOONS comic up. If you're not currently a Patreon but you'd like to become one, feel free to click the link in my description below. It'll bring you over to my Patreon where you can check out all of the tiers that are currently available. Also, the link to my WEBTOONS comic is in the description below as well. These are all the chapters that are currently available to be read. So without further ado, let's jump into the video. What's up, guys? So today I'm going to be doing a line art tutorial. So here's the sketch I did before I started off the video. I just didn't want to have you watching this. It took me about 30 minutes to do this. So I'm using Clip Studio Paint right here. And I'm on new. These are my dimensions. I'm using this one illustration. Alright. So the first thing I do is I'm going to separate the layers. So this is my sketch layer right here. I'm going to create a new layer and I'll just name it line art. So for the sketch layer, I'm going to turn it down to around 21. I've seen some people do this where they'll make the sketch layer blue and then they'll leave it up and then just go over it with black like that. I'm just gonna turn it down. I prefer to look at it this way. So from here, I usually start from the forehead right here. So when you're doing your line arts, you want to make confident strokes. You see how I'm making one stroke like this? You don't want to like inch your way like that. I mean, you can do it the way I was taught. You should do it like that, just one stroke. And the line art, it just looks cleaner if you do it this way. And you're faster. Save time. I'm gonna try not to make this video too long. I know some tutorials on YouTube can go for like an hour. I do not want to make an hour-long tutorial unless it's like really in-depth. Sometimes those tutorials can help out. They're an hour long. And other times I'll fall asleep on. But yeah, you just want to make your lines really clean. And the best way I find that you do that is to make one confident stroke. So my character doesn't really have abs, but I'll just put them in just for demonstration purposes. Alright, let's go into the face. I'll give it teeth. If you want to know how to draw eyes, check out my eye tutorial. My how to draw eyes tutorial is further down on my page. Of course, wait till after this video to do it. Get that crispy line up going. Oh man, she just came from the barber. Oh, we got that crispy line up. Let me lower this. Another tip I'll give you is use different line weights and line variations. So like for the hair, I mean it's gonna be black, so I'll just keep this thick. But I'll give you an example when I'm done doing the hair. Get this all out fairly quick. Alright, so yeah, for something like the eyes, you see how my line weight is lowered? Oh god. Undo is going to be your best friend in these situations. Control Z. Clean that up. In places where you think there's going to be extreme shadow, you can do stuff like this and then just hatch it out. And with the back of the neck. Alright. And you should always be zooming out and then checking your work like this. I don't really like this eye right here. I'm gonna fix this eye. And then zoom out and check. Always zoom out and check your work. It's gonna save you a lot of time after you finish the picture. Because the line art is one of the most important aspects in the picture. If the line art is messed up, it doesn't matter what amount of rendering you put into the picture. People are going to identify those errors. So you always want to make sure the line art is correct. Especially if you're posting your artwork online or you're using it in class as a demonstration or as a critique. You're getting a critique on your work. You always want to take a step back and look at the line art from a distance. Because that's how other people are going to see it when they first look at it. They're not going to be all the way zoomed in like I am now. They're going to see it from back here and they're going to scan over everything to make sure everything is correct. And this is like somebody's not going to see the artwork and say, oh, let me start finding errors in it or errors with it. No, it's subconscious. That's just how the eye works. That's how the brain works. So try to keep everything clean, crispy, and visually pleasing. And again, you want to come into little crevices like this and make the lines thicker. Anywhere you think there's going to be shadow, before you even start rendering, you can do it with your line art. Right now I'm using a character from my story. It's called Element 5 Manga. This character's name is Curtis Todd. He's a fire angel, and that's why I drew him holding up these sources of fire right here. I just thought it'd be a good idea to use a character I'm already familiar with. That way I can kind of speed things up. Fingers. I still don't really like drawing fingers, but hands are like so expressive, they can make or break a picture. Really gotta get good at drawing those fingers. Always make sure you use reference. Using reference is not cheating. That's how I grew up believing. Somebody told me if I gotta use reference, I'm not a real artist. And that I'll say that held me back. That held back my growth so much. If I had been using reference earlier, I see so many 18-year-olds, 19-year-olds, young people that are so good, and I guarantee it's because they were using references at an early age. They just mastered anatomy, mastered movement, mastered gesture. And it's from using reference. I promise you. I promise you it's from using reference. Let's just get that in there. Again, add that variation. It's going to make the picture look better. It's going to give people something to look at. It's going to keep their eye interested in your picture. Always be adding that line variation. Alright, we're almost done here with the line art, and I can start explaining things a bit more detail. Always check. I'm always checking. I gotta make sure everything looks correct. That's something I didn't used to do either. I used to like stay zoomed into my picture the entire time, and then when I zoom out, I would like find so many errors. Right, just about done here. Oh, forgot to do the fire. Alright, these are, I can probably just do these with the colored paintbrush. I'll color over the line art. I'll explain that in this video too. I'm going to be coloring this line art. But yeah, you just want to get everything in there. Make sure all these lines are like connected too, because when you're going to color, it's going to be a real nuisance. These lines are like breaking apart. Unless you color by just filling everything in like traditionally like this. If you color like that, and you won't have a problem. I like to use this fill tool right here. It just makes everything faster to me. When you're doing commissions and you're drawing for social media and you're trying to stay consistent, you wanna move pretty quickly. This stuff up here. Stick to thins, guys. Stick to thins. You can actually practice your line weight pressure by just making a new layer and then doing something like this. That way you can practice your line weight. That's pretty helpful. Alright. Another tip. Here are some line techniques. Like right here, you can hatch. So you can like, you come over here, you can change around the line weight. Hatch this off. Cross hatch it if you want. You come over here to the hand. Make a line like this, hatch away. It'll just help create some variation in the artwork. And the reason I'm putting him under the hand right here is because he's holding up fire, so the fire is acting as a light source. It's the light source of this picture. Like, I'll leave that for right. Like under the collarbone, there will be a shadow right here. Might be shadows under here. You always want to have a light source. If you're not, oh, that's Clip Studio uploading or updating or doing something. But yeah, you always want to have a light source, and that'll just make it easier to identify where you're going to put your shadows. And if you don't know where to put these shadows, again, you can always use reference. I've got something pulled up right here. So I was drawing like a chest. So you'll see like there's shadows in here, shadows under the arm, shadows under the abs. You always got to use reference. Go back to Clip Studio. There were some shadows in here. We put some shadows on this hand right here. Some hatching. Hatching is a really good way to create the illusion of shadows. If you're not painting, if you're just doing line art, this is my go-to to create shadows for my WEBTOONS comic. If you're interested in reading that, it will be linked in the description below. You can do something like this, just to create a form on the arm. Zoom out, really easy. I'm gonna put shadows again under here because the light source is coming from up top. It's gonna be on this side. So there's gonna be a light source hitting his face right here, and also a light source hitting this side of his face. So I'll probably have some shadows under the nose, around or under the lip. And when I color this, there's gonna be the influence of this fire hitting his hair. Let's get some of these in. Just gonna add a bit more line variation right here. You can put some hatching under here too. Generally, you want to keep these lines smaller or thinner. You don't want it to overpower the silhouette of the character. Yeah, that looks decent. Probably get some line art in here. If you're afraid about going outside the lines, you can always come to the wand tool and then select the area you want to stay within and see. I can't go outside this line right here, or I can't go outside this space. Oh, and to select multiple spaces, like if you want to select this space and this space, just hold shift and you see how that plus comes up on the wand? You can select as many spaces as you want. Or you can, say you mess up, say you don't want to hold this or select this, you can hold Alt and now you see how the minus comes up. Now you can deselect. I'm just gonna go back. Control Z. Control Z is your best friend. Trust me. Control Z is your best friend. Yeah, it looks decent. Again, so the light source is coming from up here. I'm gonna just hatch that. I'll put some of this. you can cross hatch here too. Cross hatching is just a way to like make the shadows seem more intense if you're using line art. You can cross hatch around here. Cross hatch at the bottom. Always zoom out, make sure everything looks nice. Make this a little thicker down here. I'm just trying to get that variation. It's gonna make the entire picture look better. Excuse me. You can even add like absolute black areas in the cross hatching. Get some thinner lines going down here. Actually, it's gonna be a light that hits that. Down here under the stomach. In fact, let me make that a little bit more flat. Oh, this is the quick key right here. This button right here. That's how you make things, or that's how you can change the brush size very quickly. Excuse me. Probably make this thicker. Under here, I can add some hatching under this. I'm gonna be away from the light. Alright, so that pretty much sums up how I do my line art. In the next video, I'm gonna be coloring this character, or coloring this illustration, showing how the fire affects the skin. So it's going to be like a skin tutorial, and it's also going to be a tutorial on how light affects your skin, and I guess hair too, because I'm going to be coloring the hair as well. So if you enjoyed this video, please be sure to hit the like button, comment down below what character you think I should draw next, and don't forget to subscribe to the channel for more content like this. And please hit that notification bell. You know how the YouTube algorithm is. Alright guys, peace.